Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, December 7th, recording this after market close. And today is special because it's episode 100. Can you believe it? Wow. Well, sort of 100 because I actually skipped the numeration of episode number 13 to avoid any bad luck. So technically it's episode 99, but in the series, if you count 13, it's 100. So thank you again. I'm very humbled. Let's jump right into the session. So for breadth, we had 254 new highs today on Thursday, and we had 157 new lows. Again, we are outpacing new lows by almost 1.5 x. So that's contracting. Like we have seen new highs outperform new lows, like 4 to 1, then 3 to 1, then 2 to 1. Now it's 1.5. So that is contracting. That's something to watch. You had 66% of shares advancing, 29% of shares declining today, and 24% are trading below the 50-day moving average, and 41% are trading below the 200-day moving average. Much better day on the Magnificent Seven. If you recall, yesterday on Wednesday, all of them were red except for Tesla, which was up like 0.25%. Today, you had all of the Magnificent Seven green. When I talk about complexion for the day, I'll be honest with you, it's lackluster in volume, and we're just kind of waffling around, just like a Coke bottle in the ocean, just going back and forth in this little box range. But we still had a lot of winners and losers as well. So while the Magnificent Seven and the indices are kind of just hanging out, catching a breather on kind of vacation mode, underneath the hood, you still have what I see is the 10-year Treasury trying to stop going down. You see it like all day. They're trying to pressure the yields down, and it's trying to fight back. And then it fights back, and then someone hits it over the head again, and it fights back. So the longer this happens, two of things are going to happen. One, the those interested parties that want these yields to go down are going to be successful, and we're going to go into the 3% for the 10-year yield, like 3.99, 3.95. Or the second scenario, the 10-year yield is going to stick its middle finger and just roar higher and bounce. Taking a look at the entirety of the move started like in I would say April-ish, where it was like at 3.25, and it rallied viciously to 5%, where we had the sell-off. If you look at the Fibonacci retracement from that bullish move on yields, we are right now at the 50% retracement of that bullish impulse. So this would be a logical place for yields to either make a revenge tour or just simply bounce. If the bulls get their way and Santa Claus is going to come down your chimney, they might try to press the 10-year yield down to 3.9%. But I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just watching this, right? And these are things that you should be watching as well, because yields, to be quite honest, is the only thing that matters. And speaking of yields, I'm just amazed at the strength of the Homebuilders. I am going to listen to the Hovanian earnings call just because of curiosity, because they're up again. They're up 9.94% today on December 7th. A couple other strong stocks today. Google up 5.3, off of the news of their AI solution that's coming out to compete with Microsoft slash ChatGPT. You have Freshpet, which is on my watch list. I'll be honest with you, it's on my watch list because I wanted to see this company fail. I just can't imagine that dog food is fresh out of a vending machine. But Freshpet up 4.25%. Delta Airlines up again 3.6%. I'm positive this is all to do with the softness in crude oil and just oil prices in general. I'm sure they're saving at the jet fuel pump. Zillow Group up again 3.5%. Airbnb up 3.3%. Meta up 2.8%. You had Affirm Holdings, the buy now pay later company, up 2.6%. Toll Brothers up again 2.5%. Beazer Homes up 2.4%. Nvidia up 2.4%. The semiconductors were up as well. You have SMH up 2.29%. ARM Holdings, the SoftBank chip IPO up 2.26%. Adobe up 2.2%. Hello, all my Adobe alumni. DoorDash up 2.1%. Pulte Homes up 2.16%. Uber up 2%. So very bullish day for that sector or that group of stocks. And Homebuilders again just rip roaring. On the weak side, you have AI, which reported and guided lower, down 10.77% after being down again yesterday. Kava down 8%, 8.33%. You had Klaviyo down 5.58%. You have VinFast Autos down again at 2.57%. What else? Sprout Social down 2%. TD Bank down 1.88%, the Canadian bank. PayPal down 1.76%. I'm going to stop there. So that was just a sampling of the day. On Friday morning, we do have the U.S. employment report coming out at 8:30 with the wage numbers, and then you have consumer sentiment on at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And that will be a wrap for the first week of December. We only have like 14 or 15 trading days left in the year. Again, I'm going to reiterate, watch the Magnificent Seven, watch yields, and obviously you don't know what to expect for black swans, but unless yields spike, I feel like we're just going to either cruise into the new year in this little range. I'll post a chart. Or they're going to really press yields down to like 3.99, 3.9-ish, and we're going to rally some more. So those are the two outcomes I'm expecting, barring some shock event doesn't happen. With that said, I want to thank everyone again who have pledged. I've noted everyone that has. You will all get a 33% discount in 2024, eventually once I launch the premium service. And thank you also for the free subscribers. We're getting very close to 2,000 now. So there's obviously attrition. Like I'll get to 2,000 subscribers, and then I'll lose a few, and then I'll gain a few. So it goes back and forth. But one thing I'm happy to report is the engagement rate is great. I think right now 38% email engagement, and all of you are also listening to the podcast. If you didn't know, you can get the podcast on Apple Podcast. You can get it on Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. So it's available wherever you consume podcasts. And just search NYU grad under the podcast category in finance, and it should come up, all of the archives. So thank you again. My mission with the podcast, not the Substack, just narrowly focused on the podcast, is to get everyone, a quick, snackable 15-minute digest on what was important in that day. No advertising, no politics, no fluff. And with the Substack in general, I really believe that financial freedom is not free. It's very difficult, but the pursuit is worth the hard work and treasure. So thank you for coming along on the ride. And also, oh, before I forget, I also post intraday on Substack Notes. It's akin to like Twitter/X without the hate algo. So if you do follow Substack Notes, I am on there as well. Have a great evening. I'll see you guys after the Friday session. Later.